Page 16, Good King Wenceslas. Uses some fourths in here, an interval of a fourth. Remember, we just spent 4 hours in the previous video talking about fourths. Don't have a lot to say on intervals anymore. You can go bore yourself with that video. In here, they're not really presenting anything new. They're just wanting you to identify the fourths. Where are they? And you can do that. That'll give you a hint. It's the second measure of each line, the last two notes. There. That's just a hint as to where they are. So all I really want to do is play this with you, because we're just looking for music to play to get more experience at playing. Playing music is a skill. Reading music is a skill. Reading anything is a skill. And a physical activity like this is a skill. All skills have certain things in common. You can go look up skill, what is it and what do you do with it. But we're looking for more music to play. And so we go through these little things. You may not like the song. It's not important if you like the song at this point. You're focusing more on the notes. Now they have words with it. So if you want to sing along, if you're really into it, you enjoy the song, you can sing along. I ain't singing, but you can sing. Right now, it's not the song that's being presented. It's playing the physical, playing the piano and the notes. That's all I'm interested in. So this is a 4/4 time. We're in C position again. It is not repeated. The right hand's going to play the first line, duh. And the left hand's going to play the second. Don't have to. You could have each hand play both lines if you want. It's up to you. There's no rule that says one hand has to do one and one hand has to do another. So let's try this out slowly together just to play it. We're checking notes and rhythms here for the dynamics. They're showing an F at the beginning of each line. I disagree with that, and let me explain what's going on. They're doing this to help you out because you're still new and getting going, but I would prefer they just present the music like it's supposed to be presented, and we can explain, well, whatever needs to be done. The point is the F at the beginning of the piece is the only one you need. It's between the staves, and that's where it belongs, and it applies to the melody. It doesn't matter where the melody is, it applies to the melody. I'm going to say that a lot. In the second line, the F below the bottom staff is unnecessary and, in my opinion, incorrect. Because you're still loud. You don't need another F to tell you you're loud. You're already loud. Now, if they were going to change it to some other, like an MF or something, then that would make sense, because you're going to maintain one dynamic level until you run across another. The problem I have is they put it below the bottom staff. It doesn't belong there. It belongs in the middle, where the top F, the first line is, that F. Because it applies to the melody. It doesn't matter where the melody is. That's what I'm after. Now, in the previous video I spoke a little bit about technique, about rotating. Here, again, and in any piece, we can do that here. So I want to talk a little bit more about it. When it starts out on fourth finger, and you're going to play a few of these things, and then it goes to fifth finger. I'm rotating. Again, it doesn't matter that the fingers are next to each other. I can still rotate. It's a very small motion. The point is, I'm not holding the wrist still and trying to use the fingers to do this. Please don't do that. That was a style of playing used way back in the 1700s and before, but the instruments they had back then were different than these modern pianos. I mean, those instruments, you could push those keys down real easily. I mean, they were nice. I mean, you could do double glissandos on Beethoven's pianos. One of the reasons he wrote them. They're a pain today because these instruments, the keys go down much more harder. So this business of using this technique doesn't work. That's one of the reasons piano technique has evolved. It's had to. So use the weight of the hand and the arm and just rotate it from finger to finger. So here at the beginning, and here I'm just never play with a stiff wrist. Yeah. Let the wrist collapse. And here, because it's slow, And it's fast. I'm doing it on every note. I'll talk more about that later. But right, I'm just then I'm rotating here and then back to here and then down to the C. And I'm exaggerating for you so you can see it. But the point is, I'm doing that. And the third measure, it's here. Like that. And so practice that. Think about that as you're playing this. So just transfer the weight from finger to finger. Let's try this out together. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, off.